PTO World Trophy finalist. He's the reigning German Open, Verdonck Masters and Belgium Open champion. From the Netherlands, it's Jeffrey de Graaf.
So we go on halfway through. I think that last game is a hard act to follow, but I'm sure Jeffrey de Graaf and his opponent Sven Verdonck from Belgium can do their best anyway to match that. It's going to be a cracking encounter between a man who's banging form, Jeffrey de Graaf. He came so close to winning the World Trophy a few months ago, but Verdonck, there are the 4 games that he's won in order to qualify for this. He's won 12 legs and lost 4, so he's pretty happy, I should think, with his performances so far. Of course, de Graaf ranked number I'm just looking to see number 7 in the rankings here by automatic qualification, if you like, but that doesn't mean a lot if today's results are anything to go by. We almost saw the reigning champion and number 9 seed go out, and indeed we've seen a number of seeds depart from this competition already. But here we go, Jeffrey de Graaf, the man to get us underway, and best of
95.
3 legs in each of best of 5 sets.
$100.
24 years of age, had a wonderful year. But in this particular competition, particular stage, and it is indeed his first time ever on the big stage. Bound to get a number of those in the first round. So a new experience, although many of these players have played in regional games, county games we have in this country. And some of those county games generate quite big crowds and quite vociferous ones as well. So not entire strangers to playing in front of decent crowds.
130.
Well, I'm on 70. That would have been a terrific way of starting this match, but there we are. It would have been a cracking leg as well in 12 darts.
$99. You require
99.
35.
Not quite ice cream weather, but double 16.
3.
Well, that took off. The wire did a triple somersault, landed on the floor as it generally does. You don't catch those darts in mid-air. You let them complete their course.
92. You require 32.
So again, for a 16 darter, this was nearly a brilliant leg. Had a dart at the bull, though an unconvincing one,
Sven, you
for
require
a
86.
12 darter and a 170 finish. Now he could lose the leg as he gets single 18, wants another one of those for bullseye.
46. You require 32.
Yet again, 32. The goal this time, no problem. Holds his throw.
For the 12 first, Winmau.
Married with 3 teenage children. He's 39 years of age. Left-handed, as you can see.
41.
Well, we've just seen Martin Phillips scrape through in a belter. Martin's still in it, Alan. You're with him.
I think it's fair to say you've played better than that and lost.
16.
True. and I'm happy I got through in the end, but it was a struggle.
Do you find a difference when you're already the reigning champion of something, how people approach you in a game?
I won't swear, it is very hard.
Can you retain it? Nice and simple, yes or no?
I'll let you know.
Well, we'll find out the answer to that later on. Back up to you, John.
Yes, he's a man of few words, but he's, I think, just about said what he needs to say, really. He's not going to make any bold predictions. He's been around too long to know that you're given anything, whether it's retaining a title or winning it in the first place. And known Martin almost as long as I've known the Welsh Hills. He's a great character and a wonderful player, wonderful role model. So
60.
Antwerp Open finalist, this lad, and he says he's played Geoffrey de Graaf twice, and at the moment it's one apiece. So this is if you like, a decider, though I think it's the last thing on their minds, to be honest.
100.
And you heard when he was brought to stage, Geoffrey de Graaf, Denmark Masters, Belgian Open and the German Open, all in 2015.
60.
And that final in the World Trophy in Manchester back in February, when he was narrowly beaten by Geert de Vos, was absolutely spellbinding. It was a terrific game of darts, and I had great pleasure in commentating on it. We were on the edge of our seats. He possibly should have won it, de Graaf, but oh, what a game it was.
Sven, you require 158.
Well, I think they're probably referring to the Rugby World Cup, but I would think the Darts World Cup is a possibility, which is coming up in a couple of weeks' time in Turkey.
You require 160.
No doubt he'll be in the Dutch side.
128.
128 from 160 to leave 32. Brilliant. Now Verdonck has got to get 76, you feel, although de Graaf didn't exactly hit 32 right on the head last time. It took him a while to finish. In the end he did, and therefore he's one up, possibly about to take this first set. Oh, brilliant. Oh, what was I doing there? I'd almost given him up, really. That was absolutely fantastic. Went for the ball and got it. Brilliant. Well, he was looking at treble 20, hit the treble 5, leave 61, so goes 11 ball. Brilliant. Great recovery.
60.
Really a alacrity of thought, because having hit the treble 5, some might have stood back and thought, now what do I need? But he knew exactly what he wanted.
58.
Big Liverpool football fan. Wonder what he thinks of Mr. Klopp. Herr Klopp. Oh, well. That was wonderful. Oh, there's some practice room. Dieter Edman and Anastasia Dobromislova, not on the hockey today, but playing tomorrow in the women's competition, of course, but getting their practice in, and you can see very relaxed. Actually enjoy each other's company in the practice room. Competition up there on the hockey is as fierce as you might expect, or might not expect, perhaps. But there's a man who's coming up soon. Another couple of games. The only Scot in this competition, and I wonder when the last time that was. At the last 32 stage, Ross Montgomery, captain of Scotland, and he's playing a pole. Now we all know what happened in the football. Scotland 2, Poland 2. I mean, Scotland won't be in the Euros next year.
41.
So I wonder if that's on Ross's mind. Probably not. Wonder if he's a Ross County supporter.
85.
Probably is. Yes, Brian Dawson and Pip Blackwell are only the second
140.
of 2 all-English games in this first round. Truly world contest. Well, he scored 75. He's going to go for the bull here, surely. And he gets it! What a dart that was! Well, we had a bull finish a moment ago from Sven Verdonck, and that bull finish from De Graaf. It stopped and he started. I thought, well, surely he's got to go for the bull. And he did, and got it. Brilliant stuff. Well done, lad. Very sensible, because what he did, he got the treble 20. That leaves him 65. Now, a lot of people will go 25 tops. He goes treble 15, double 10, knowing that single 15 leaves the bull. And it paid off. Paid off. Trouble with going 25 tops, you often hit the bull. And you don't get your shot at tops. So, a set up to De Graaf. Bull finish, 2 bull finishes in 3 legs. That's not bad, is it? There's social media now available to send messages. There's also, of course, darts on the telly. You can send your private messages that way if you want. I don't know what she was referring to.
60.
Only 60.
156.
Oh, that's a good ton. And another. Just keep them flowing, lads. We love it. Verdonck then 56. Now tops. Well, I'd rather not comment on those 2 darts for tops, because the lad's trying his heart out. But rather fancy he'll be a bit nearer this time.
Sven, you require 40.
Double 10. Now then. Inside, thought he might. That wasn't a bad second dart, to be honest. He knew that if he just moved inside it, there was a decent chance that he'd go in. It was never a marker, but it was a guide, a help. And full credit to him, he got it. And the game's still very much alive. 1-0, yes, to the Dutchman, but Verdonck can soon rectify that matter, level things up by winning this leg, because a 58 start from his opponent he's not able to capitalise on. In the pink, those 2.
96.
That's better. Got another Belgian in this event, of course. I mentioned Geert de Vos, winner of the BDO World Trophy back in February.
140.
After beating this man, De Graaf, in that really was a tremendous final match, worthy of the tournament and the occasion, and a great sporting city like Manchester. And this would be equally fitting to a wonderful sporting city of Kingston upon Hull. You've got Hull Kingston Rovers over in the eastern part of town. You've got Hull FC
95.
only a couple of miles away from where we're sitting, sharing the ground of course with Hull City, looking to get back into the Premier League with Steve Bruce at the helm.
32.
Could we have a translator, please?
$84. 80. Sven, you require 124.
So 124 for the left-hander from Belgium. This is an opening for De Graaf. He's got to hold his throw
You require 98.
with 98. Now needs treble 19 for double 18. That's a good recovery dart, double 18. Oh, that would have been a terrific way of rectifying that poor first dart. Now 84 for Verdonck. Could have been a lot closer to a finish, but for that last wayward visit. Now 72 left. You can go just over that into treble 12 if you want, or you can go into treble 16 for double 12. There are other ways, of course, as well, but not as...
44. You require 36.
So double 18 to level up in this second set, and that's no problem to De Graaf. So all 5 legs so far in this match have gone with throw, and therefore, should that trend continue, we'll end up at 1 set all, but it may not necessarily so. Well, there's Jack, the Belgian, one of the most recognisable darts fans on the circuit, and he's good company in. 180 for him to celebrate. Well, there's the first one of the match, and Sven Verdonck is giving Geoffrey De Graaf a real game here, and he may be number 8 in Belgium, but I'll tell you what, he's certainly firing here like somebody who's much higher in his national rankings, and that's what he tells me, so I have to believe him. Well, a good follow-up visit as well. Should really hold his throw and take us into a third and possibly, well, obviously a fourth set as well. That's the thing, whatever happens. Well, Mr. De Graaf, bounce out. Can well do without them.
Sven, you require 134.
But they are a feature of the game. Come on. Never a good time for a bounce out.
$82.
Well, he's 52 left, and De Graaf back on 230. Probably judging by his body language there anyway, has given up the ghost on this particular leg and therefore this particular set. Personally, when you're still within striking distance, you've got to keep going. Now double top. That's the reason why. If De Graaf had struck another 40 or 50 points, 60 points, he'd have been in with a shout. In fact, he'd have been well in with a shout with that. Anyway, 20 now, double 10 for the set. Yes, there it is. And so far, all 6 legs have gone with throw. It's now 1 set all. And we could see another set. We could see another seed, I should say, disappear from this competition. Judging on the last set we saw, where really De Graaf let himself down, I felt a little. We saw battling qualities from the Dutchman in the extreme in that World Trophy final a few months ago.
100.
And I'm not suggesting for a moment he's given up on the game. I think he just gave up on the leg, on the set. Now he refocus and get yourself together. No, an 80 average and a 77 average, they're both capable of upping on that, I'm sure. Although Verdonck is a player I've not seen play before. But you don't get to the knockout stages, the stages of the World Masters without having
41.
something in the locker.
$96. $119.
Well, brilliant. That's a score which puts the Belgian right back in this leg, especially with De Graaf not really hammering home with his arrows right now. He's got to find those arrows of desire, because at the moment you feel as though he hasn't got them.
$100. Sven, you require 146.
Well, that's 89 left. He's thinking, you see, 146, 2 treble 19s. Means 114 scored, and you know that means 32 left. That's his reasoning, folks. And full credit to him. Brilliant 146 finish against the throw. Absolutely methodical. Quite outstanding finish from Verdonck. And Jack is jumping Jack right now. What a finish from Verdonck. And what I like about him now, he goes over in his own time, pours himself half a glass of water, takes a sip, comes over, refocuses, puts that behind him. On we go with the same determination. And there's the result. Far be it from me to suggest to De Graaf that he tries to apply that same kind of focus. But I do believe he'd be a better player for doing so.
57.
A magical few minutes, and the confidence that it gives to a player during the match.
100.
And he's really enjoying himself at the moment, is Verdonck. Conversely, I think it's having an adverse effect on De Graaf for all that was a good last start. Well, a ton there. Keeps him just about in touch, 45 behind. Verdonck here, though, knows that he can nail this leg with a decent score here. That's doing him a lot of favours at the moment, that treble 19. No, he took his time there. He took his time, got the reward with a 140. Nip and tuck this leg, but that leaves 81. So again, it's the same as before when he wanted the 146. The same reasoning. Had he got another treble 19, he'd have wanted double 12. But that's good going to leave himself 48 now. That's great. 14 for Bull. Bullseye. What a finish this will be. Unlucky. Moved the wire just a fraction. Almost did it. Now Verdonck for the third set and to put yet another seed in trouble. 48. So double 16. Yes, that's quality. Finished the previous leg off with a brilliant 146, and that's just as good in terms of the feeling he gets from it. Hitting that, nailing that double first start. It means that those outer tram lines are providing him with very little problem, if any, right now. Had a bull finish second leg. Had a 146 finish in that previous leg. And now you just saw him take out 48 just as clinically. Well, the facial expression says it all. He's beginning to feel the pinch.
16.
Well, we've got a studious audience.
16.
Geoffrey de Graaf had a 1-2-5 finish on the bull to complete the first set, and has really done very little since, to be honest.
16.
And he comes into this competition in good form. I mentioned his victories, his successes during the earlier part of the year, through the summer. So it's hard to understand why he's struggling so much at the moment. "39 years of age, and this is biggest moment, no question about it. Never played in front of TV on a big stage in a major competition
100.
before. But my, how quietly, almost secretly, he's enjoying this, I sense.
100.
And although he's 15 years his junior, de Graaf is by far the more experienced. And far from out of this yet, of course. At 2-1 down, he's got to win the next 2 sets, and that's not impossible.
85.
But he's got to pick his game up if he's going to do so, because I have a feeling Verdonck is not going to let up in any shape or form.
99. Sven, you require 96.
96 you wanted when you went. So, 61 left, is it?
45. Jeffrey, you require 180.
Make that 51 left. $38 wanted. Oh, that would have been a cracker. Would have given him the lift he's looking for as well. And I'm not talking about the escalator. A lift of a different kind. Tops. Oh, not a bad one that. He can just nail it by. It wasn't so much a guide or a marker. Well, it was a guide rather than a marker. Perfect weight adjustment in the throw. And in the lead 2-1 and 1-0. And at last, from de Graaf, a sign of life. I wonder if it's the stirring of a recovery. Not a bad reply. Almost in kind. Sit down, Jack. You're spoiling the view.
94. $83. 44. 60.
Quick read, that's called. Nothing like a quick read.
53.
Right, 40 in it. That's a nice little 130 for de Graaf. 93 therefore in it. Verdonck could do with a 140 here. Would make life interesting. It's not dull anyway, but make life more interesting. There you are. That's what I asked for. That's what he provided. 83 once, and he's going to have a shot at it unless this goes in the bullseye. Oh, brilliant! He sprung to life, got his 180 in that match, 130 finish, and it barely raises a smile. He's serious about this. That was a pivotal moment because his opponent waiting on 83 would at least have had a shot at the bull, I suspect. And maybe even better. Oh, 180. Suddenly this game is second 180 as we approach crunch time.
44.
Springs to life. What a brilliant 130 finish from de Graaf. Just 3 180s, 7 140 pluses. Of course, that 146 included in that. That's why it says 140 plus. Includes the 146 finished we had. That one from Sven Verdonck. So we've had a 125 on the bull, a 146 and a 130.
100.
Impressed me, Verdonck. He's impressed me. He's what's known as a steady Eddie. That's a little careless. A steady Eddie. Looking at 125. He went for the bull. 98 left now. No, 88 it was. Well, he's on 83. The last leg he was on 83. De Graaf took out 130, but he's got 3 times as many as that. I think this is another leg that he's written off.
83.
So, 83 then, without having to consider the bull in the process, is treble 17 for double 16. Now 66, and again, he should have gone to the hockey knowing what the situation was. He's 66er. Well, 57 left. He was going for the treble 14 there with the double 12 in mind.
41.
But he's in so much of a comfort zone in this leg that little to worry about. And these are very loose and
59.
fragile darts, I might say, for a man who's just recently hit his first 180 and in the same leg took out 130. He's lost it again. 42 then. Well, he now wants double 6. Oh, well, he's got it. I'm not sure he intended the treble 10, and not only has he got it, but it's taken him into the second round of this contest, and another seed bites the dust. The World Masters has a Belgian guaranteed in round 2. There may be another one, of course, supposed to come later. But what an excellent victory for Sven Verdonck. Really impressed me there with his pragmatism and his ability to concentrate, knuckle down to the job. And I think that was the big difference between the two. Great moments for Graaf, moments only though, for his victorious